what's going on, guys. I've got a question, concern, rant, whatever you will. Um, my drone, the Hubsan Zeno Pro Plus. Love this thing. Here recently, it's been having a few more issues. Um, I don't really know why. Excuse me, except for the fact that it had a couple crashes a while back. And this was all doing paranormal investigations. Anytime I just take it out to fly, not a problem. So I mean, there's something to be said there, I guess. I don't know, but let me show you what's going on here. I'm having one hell of a time finding parts. 2025, and everything that I see on the Hubsan website is sold out. Um, Sold out, not in stock, whatever you want to say, not available. So let me show you what I got. Hopefully somebody's run into this problem before and can direct me in an area where I can actually get some parts. All right, so here's the latest problem. This is my power button. It had popped off when the thing basically took off the ground. It went up, I don't know, to whatever the hover height is, and then it just went no reason at all. Gyro was calibrated. Everything was calibrated. I went through all the, I think there's 3 little things you can go through to do it, and I do it every time, pretty religiously. I don't know how often you're supposed to do those, but I did it, every time. So anyway, there's the condition of my power button, if you can see it. Now to take this off, you got to take these 2 screws off. There's these little stickers here, one and then one underneath it. You got to take the screws off there. Then you have to take off 3 screws in the gimbal. I think there still might be a couple body screws here. Then you can get the top off. And then when you get the top off, there is a, probably can't see it, but there's cord right in there, or a cable or whatever it is that connects there, and one back here that connects. Then you pull this whole top part off. Now, I do have some parts here. Here's the top part and what it looks like. I do have a bottom body part, for the lower part of the shell. I started buying things a while back because, you never know. And I was starting to have problems with a couple different things with this drone here, trying to use it for paranormal footage, and I kept having some crashes at specific places. I still never figured out why. I don't know if it just has an internal problem with it or whatever. I don't know. Excuse me, when I first got this thing was amazing. Worked out really good. But now I'm having one hell of a time finding any kind of parts. I'm going to switch over to the computer screen now so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, when you go to Google, if you type in Hubsan Zeno Pro Plus parts, you got a lot of different options here. Now, I've opened up some of these up here just to show you what the problem is that I'm facing. So let's just go to the OG, Hubsan itself. Are you noticing a theme on this page? So let me show you what one of the things that I need is this button module right here. What do you see that's a problem? What do you see that's a problem with pretty much everything, if not everything, on this website? Everything is out of stock. Okay, so let's go over here to, this is another site that I had found, Today RC. This one covers the 117S Zeno, the Zeno Y, Zeno Pro, Zeno Pro Plus. Most of the parts are the same. I mean, there's a few of them that's a little bit different, and it tells you in the descriptions down here. So the problem that I have with this website, it doesn't have the button that I'm looking for. Now, it does have a couple other things that I might need, like the geomagnetism compass board. I might need one of those eventually, and it's only $18.99. That's $1 more than what Hubsan would sell for. It's got the cables. It's got a lot of other things here that you would need. I'm just not seeing my button on here as well. Now, granted, the button, maybe they've done away with that or whatever, because there's a couple different things I see related to power stuff, and we find them here. Now, here's one right here. It's a power adapter booster, or power adapter board for the Xeno and Xeno Y. Now, this one's for the Xeno Pro Plus. It's a power adapter board. I don't know what that means exactly. The thing that's broke on mine is the actual button. So that's why I was looking for the actual button board or whatever they call it. So again, we go back to here, try another different site. Now here's another one here that I'm just looking at Google Shopping, looking for Xeno Pro Plus parts. I do see some things on here I could buy. I see propellers. I see this right here is a cable wire. I forget what that one's for. That one could be useful. Here's some lights. All kinds of different things on here that you could potentially buy for your Xeno. Now over here, here's a Xeno 2 gimbal unit. I don't have a Xeno 2, so it doesn't do me any good. Here's the upper shell for the Hubsan. This is the 117S, but I do believe that's the same. I think it's the same as what I have. You can get these batteries here at $85. That's fairly steep. I didn't pay that for mine. I think I paid, I don't know, 40 bucks or something. I don't remember honestly, but I know I didn't pay no $85 for it. That's really high. Here's a gyroscope module. Again, the thing that you're looking for on here, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing the button module. I don't see any of the power related stuff as well. Here's the adapter plate, but I still don't see no power module or power button. Yeah, so that's a little unfortunate. So I think, and I'm at the end of this page here, so I think what I'm going to do is I might have to go with a different type of drone unless I can find this part. So we'll just have to see what I can find. So I think I'm going to have to go with a different model, different manufacturer, everything here. So if I'm doing all that, I'm definitely going DJI. I did find I think it's a 2 SE, which I think is special edition or whatever. I don't know. But it does 10-kilometer range. If you do the conversion on that, that's over 6 miles. I mean, I don't need anything to go that far, but that's great. It's under 249 grams, which means I don't have to register it. Right now, the Xeno I do. Yeah, I think I might go with that one. I think it's $200-something. The unfortunate part is, I have to buy another drone. But as you can see, I cannot find any parts anywhere. If I do end up finding parts, I will repair it. It's been a great drone, but yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why I can't find the parts. Maybe it's the tariff thing. Maybe it's just, they're not a great company. I don't know. What I found was pretty good, so, there you go. I will keep looking for it, but, in the meantime, I do need something to film my cinematic shots. I need something to, kind of fly and play around with, so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy probably that one that I was talking about. When I do get it in, I'll show you what it is. We'll do a little overview or something of it. Probably be another week or so before I even have it. Then give me a little time to kind of mess around with it a little bit, see what it is, make sure it's what I need, because if it's not, it'll go right back. But it should be. Yeah. So I think it's what I'm going to do here, guys, and I'm just going to have to retire the other one. Fortunately, this has been one hell of a fantastic drone, but it didn't get a whole lot of life. and to have something like this stop it, that's pretty disappointing. Basically, that's just the board that's in there, like so. You know, that rectangular type setting that goes underneath this cover, and that's a button that goes on it. I mean, that's all it is. That's why they call it a button board. So you can see part of the board there now. If I just kind of roll the camera around, and there's a little ribbon that connects to it. And you know, for some reason, when I crashed last time, I crashed on the button, which I've never even seen that before. Didn't break the button popped out, and that's when I had a lot of other issues to begin with. So that's kind of where we're at. And I was having a lot of gyro problems with it anyway. It would get up in the air and kind of do this number, and you know, do the toilet bowl effect, which I've never had that problem out of this drone. I had it one time when I had to update the firmware, because I had something messed up on the firmware, and I didn't even know it at the time. But once I updated the firmware, it was totally fine. So yeah, this thing's been fantastic, but I mean, there's nothing I can do. If I could repair it, I would. As you can see, I bought some parts and stuff over here, anticipating, you know, running into things and stuff like that, but I didn't anticipate the power button. I mean, and not only that, I figured I'd be able to buy one. Well, go figure. You can't do that. So on to the next, guys. And when I go on to the next one, I'm buying something that I want, and something that, you know, is a brand made by a maker that I trust, and you know, gonna have to be DJI. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. Like them, love them, whatever. Me personally, I think they're a fantastic company. I've got a couple of their products now, and I can't wait to add another one. So that's what I'm gonna do.